So,
I'm coming back again to like the future.
Okay, don't lock me in. So you're super welcome on into Power. If you haven't joined us for Power before, it's super fast. Little bass sequence is going to build every time. Time will get started in just a few seconds. So this is a fairly new sequence we started just last week. It's super fun. Do remember, you're super welcome to modify as you need and adapt as you need. Oh, 20 seconds. Oh, hang on. Oh, let's go. Bye. Oh, all right. 20 seconds, 4 seconds, 3. All right, off we go. Boom, smashing. All right, guys, welcome into Power, Power, Power. So you're all super welcome in. We'll start off down here in a child's pose, thinking about knees being out wide towards the edges of the mat, letting the hips come down towards the heels, and from there the spine extend long. So we're just starting off here, thinking about finding the breath, starting to breathe into the back body, letting the chest sink down between the arms, the eyes and the jaw and the face soften. And just feeling into that lovely deep breath in and out. So remembering, next 40 minutes, just a chance to have fun, to flow, to move. This is your time, your flow. Just feel into what feels good in your body. Let go of anything you don't need, anything from the day, anything from the week. We're just here to have fun. All right, when you're ready, taking one more really deep breath in and out. And from there, grounding down with the hands, rolling your way up and finding your way to a table pose. So hands are underneath the shoulders, knees are underneath the hips, thinking about spreading the fingers out really wide, grounding down with the fingertips with the second knuckle, drawing the abdominals in tight. And when you're ready, let's go, cat-cow. So inhaling, letting the gaze lift, rolling the shoulders down the back, stretching out through the chest. And exhale, squeezing in the core, arching and lengthening through the spine. So we're working with the breath, inhaling to lift. I'm just going to journey into the Zoom room and arching. So we're thinking about finding that lovely undulation through the spine. We're starting to warm up the body, squeezing in the core, finding that strength as we arch the back. Taking one more inhale. And exhale. From there, tucking the toes, pressing the hips high, stretching all the way up, and finding your way into a downward facing dog. So downward facing dog, the fingers are spread out really wide, grounding down with the fingertips with the second knuckle, squeezing the abdominals in really tight, and pressing the hips all the way up towards the back of the room, focusing on that sense of length and extension down the spine. Firming the upper arms in, so we find that lovely sense of strength through the back body, and from there you might want to have a little pedal out through the legs. Maybe a little shake from side to side. So downward facing dog, we're thinking about lengthening the spine, opening up space in the hamstrings, in the calves. You might even want to engage the quads a little bit to encourage that sense of length in the back body. Just taking a few more breaths here, starting to warm up the body, starting to feel into that strength in the arms and the abdominals. Taking one more inhale. Exhale. And from there, start to walk the feet towards the hands, finding your way into a floppy forward fold. Thinking about having a little sway, a little wiggle from side to side, maybe rocking the weight into the toes and lifting the hips high above the heels so you can really enjoy that stretch to the hammies, the calves, the lower back. Feel free to pedal out the legs, maybe taking one hand in one elbow, one in the other, whatever at all feels nice. We're really aiming for length, for space. Taking one more deep breath in. And from there, grounding down with the feet, inhale, root to rise, lift, extending all the way up to the sky, reaching up, stretching up, and bring hands to heart center. All right, from there, let's get flowing, grounding down with the feet, inhale, rise up, stretch up, engaging the muscles of the legs, shoulders down the back, stretch tall, lift, inhale, and exhale, swan dive, folding forwards, bending the knees if you need to, the hands plant and the head drops. On an inhale, float up high on the fingertips, or bring the hands to the shins, shoulders down the back, stretching out, long flat back. And exhale, fold, planting the hands, hop, step or jump, finding your way to a plank position. Hands underneath the shoulders, thinking about squeezing the core in tight. Press as hard as you can with the hands into the mat and feel the shoulder blades come apart, squeezing in the core. And from there, use the toes, move the body weight forward, start to bend through the elbows, lowering the ribcage to meet the elbows, rolling into low plank. Inhale, let the hips drop, the spine lifts up dog, pointing the toes to activate the muscles of the legs. And exhale, flow your way back, stretch your way back to a downward facing dog. Once again, making sure the fingers are spread out wide, the core is engaged, grounding down into second knuckle, and enjoying that sense of length of extension through the spine. Taking a deep, full breath in, and from there, look into the hands, hitting a little hop, step, or jump forwards. Inhale, re-extend once again, lengthen and stretch. Exhale to fold, relax. Grounding down with the feet, root to rise, lift and extend. And from there, taking the hands to heart center. All right, from there, we're going to take the feet apart and extend the hands to the sky, sink the hips down low. So we're in a chair pose, feet are slightly wider than normal, knees over ankles, strong through the core. You're very welcome to stay there. You might start to pulse, so we're working on strength. Or if you like, we can take a little jump, swing the hands out behind us, and a little jump. So entirely up to you, a chair jump, a chair pulse, or a chair hold. Working here for 3, so collecting a little bit of air time, maybe 2, 1, and inhale, lift, exhale, fold. Inhaling, finding a long flat back, stretching out, and exhale, plant the hands, hop, step, or jump, finding a way to a plank position. From there, working into Superman, so either working from the hands and knees or from a plank, we're going to extend one arm, opposite leg, extend arm and opposite leg. Focusing on maintaining balance and control, squeezing in the abdominals, working hard to stabilize, thinking about squeezing the glutes as you lift the legs. Working here for 5, so using the core, remember to try not to wiggle the hips. If you're in a plank, try not to let the bum stick in the air. 4, well done. 3, so picking up the pace right from the beginning here. 2, 1 more if you can. And from there, find your way to plank. Use the toes, move the body weight forwards, lowering through low plank. Inhaling into up dog. Exhaling your way all the way back to a downward facing dog. The fingers are spread out wide, the core is engaged, hips extending all the way up to the back of the room. From there, we're going to move the weight into the left foot, right foot rises. Thinking about finding a 3-leg dog, making sure the hips are squaring, the legs are scissoring together, you're squeezing the right glute, left heel to the earth. From there, we're going to inhale and exhale, drive knee to nose, squeezing in the core. Inhale, lift, extend and stretch that right foot high, and drive knee to nose. One more time, inhale to lift, exhale, squeeze and drive. Right foot meets left, and from there, inhale, the left foot rises. Thinking once again about scissoring the legs together, squeezing that left glute, extend that left foot high, inhale, exhale, drive knee to nose. Inhale, lift, extend and stretch, and drive, really focusing on that strong core engagement. One more time, inhale to lift, exhale to drive. Left foot meets right, bending the knees, looking to the hands, take a little hop, landing on the bum, and finding your way to a seated spinal twist. Left leg is extending. We're going to take the right knee over the left, thinking about finding the sit bones, engaging the core. Inhale to lift, exhale, start to slowly move the body weight forward, starting to find space in the back of the hamstring, lengthening through the spine. Deep, full breaths in and out. So just relaxing in there, finding space. Inhale. Exhale, taking just one more deep breath in and out. And from there, swapping over. So right foot extends, left foot comes over, finding the sit bones. Inhale to reach, exhale, starting to fold forward. So we're finding a hamstring stretch, a little bit of opening through the hips, keeping the shoulders relaxed and using the breath to find space. So inhale to lift, exhale, stretching forwards. Perfect. Taking one more deep breath in and out. Nice job. From there, rolling up, find your way back to a plank. That's round 1. We're going to build from there. When you're ready, use the toes, move the body weight forwards, bending through the elbows into low plank. Inhale, up dog. Remember, you're pointing the toes, squeezing the glutes, chest through arms. Exhale, strongly stretching back to a downward facing dog. The fingers are spread out wide, wrapping the triceps in, strong through the core. Lengthen and lift and extend the back body. Inhale. Exhale. From there, look into the hands, hop, step or jump, feet towards the hands. Inhale, stretch out, reach out, lengthen. Exhale to fold, relax. Grounding down with the feet, root to rise, lift, extend, inhale. Exhale, hands to heart center. Once again, we jump the feet apart, take the hands to the sky, sink down into a wide chair, strong through the core, holding, pulsing, or if you're feeling it, take a little chair squat jump, landing with soft knees, keeping the core engaged, working here for 5, so any variations, a little bit of plyo, or working on a strength. 4, great job. 3, 2, and 1. Come up through center. All right, right foot into the center of the mat, left foot comes back. Right knee is over right ankle, the hips are squaring, making sure you've got that nice alignment. You can still see a big toe. Option to stay there. If you feel it, we're going to lower and lift that back leg. So hands can be on the hips at heart center or up to the sky, whatever's working for you. Make sure you've got that strong engagement through the core and you're really squeezing, firing up the glutes as you lift and lower. Looking great. Working here for 3 with control. 2. Awesome job. 1 more if you can. A little lower and lift and swapping over there. Left foot forwards, right foot comes back. And once again, when you're ready, find that drop of the knee and lift. Hands can be any position you like, making sure that left knee stays tracking over left ankle. You're focusing on engaging the muscles. You're not just lowering, lifting that leg. You're squeezing the glutes, maintaining that power. Awesome job working here for 3. So really firing up the lower body. 2, building strength in glutes and quads. 1, and step forwards. Inhale, rise up, stretch up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, long flat back. Plant the hands, hop, step, jump. We're in a plank pose. From there, opposite hand and foot, squeezing the core. We're taking our little Superman, extending with one hand, with the other. Try not to wiggle from side to side. Focusing on control. Remember, you can take this from tabletop, from the knees, or from a plank. Working here for 3. So moving with control. We're really challenging the abdominals, building strength in the whole body. 2. 1 more. And from there, come down to the forearms. So forearm plank, if you need to drop the knees, feel free. If you can, we're going to roll the hips from side to side. So imagining you're squeezing the core, lifting up and over, pressing the elbows into the mat, really focusing on firing up the side body, firing up the shoulders. Working here for 5. So moving with control, squeezing the core. 4, up and over. 3, nice job. 2, and 1, find your way to plank. From there, we're using the toes, move the body weight forwards, bending through the elbows into low plank. Inhaling to up dog. Exhaling to downward facing dog. Hips up high, rolling the upper arms in, squeezing in the core. Find that length. And when you're ready, right foot rises. Inhale, lift that right foot high, squeeze the glutes. Exhale, drive knee to nose, working abs. Inhale, reach up, stretch up, and drive knee to nose. 1 more time. Inhale to lift. Exhale to drive. From there, swapping over, right foot down, left foot lifts, extend and reach and stretch. And drive knee to nose. Inhale, reach and lengthen and power up. And drive on in, squeeze those abs. 1 more time. Inhale to lift. Exhale to drive. Left foot meets right and then rolling forwards, finding your way to table. Hands underneath the shoulders. From there, the right foot's going to lift and we're going to pulse, working into the glutes. So we're thinking about maintaining that power in the hands. If you want to pop up into a plank, feel free. Little micro movements, really thinking about extending those toes, powering into the glutes, maintaining stability in the rest of the body. Working here for 5. Little micro movements, pulse, pulse, pulse. 4, great job. 3, 2, and 1. Swapping over, right foot down, left foot lifts. Squeezy, squeezy movements, thinking about that power through the hands, that strength in the core. Really pulsing, really powering up for 5. Well done. 4, really strong. 3, 2, and 1. Both feet plant, use the toes, move the body weight forwards, bending through the elbows into low plank. Inhaling up dog. Exhaling downward facing dog. Hips up high, strong core. Look into the hands, hop, step, jump to seated. And off we go. Left foot out, right foot, knee is coming over. We're thinking about finding the sit bones. Inhale, reaching tall. Exhale, starting to slowly stretch forwards, relax forward. So we're finding space down the back of the left leg. Shoulders relaxing, spine is extending, deep, full inhales. Exhales. Well done. So relaxing down there for 3. Deep breaths in. And out. 2. 1 more, inhale. Exhale. Swapping over there. Right foot extends, left foot is coming over. Finding the sit bones. Inhale to reach up tall. And exhale to stretch out deep. Full breaths in. And out for 3. So lengthening out long. Thinking about finding space in the spine. Moving the body weight forwards. 2. 1 more, inhale. Exhale. From there, we're walking the hands back up, finding our way to seated, thinking about engaging the core, lifting the sit bones up, finding a boat pose. And from there, we're going to rock and roll our boat. So starting off either with the hands underneath the backs of the legs, we're squeezing the core and using the abs to find that balance at the top. If you want to make it harder, you're releasing the arms. If you want to make it harder again, you can extend the arms and legs, coming into a full hollow body rocker. Really challenging one. We're using the core to stabilize, working any of these little variations for 3. So strong through the abs, really squeeze as you come back up. 2. Well done. And 1. Rock all the way up and over. And off we go. Finding plank, using the toes, move the body weight forwards, bending through the elbows into low plank. Inhaling up dog, shoulders down the back, stretch. Exhaling your way to a downward facing dog, squeezing in the core, stretching up high, deep inhale. Exhale. From there, look into the hands, hopping forwards. Find your way all the way up. Inhale, extend. Exhale to fold. Grounding down with the feet, root to rise, lift, extend and reach tall. And bring hands back to heart center. From there, we're going to take the feet out wide, back into our low chair. Thinking about that strength in the core, shoulders down the back, inhaling. Exhaling, staying there, pulsing if you're feeling it, or if you're feeling it, we can take that into a little hop and a jump, landing with soft legs, really focusing on building power, working our cardio for 5, well done, 4, strong through the core, 3, 2, 1, and from there, right foot forwards, left foot back, finding our way into a lunge. We're thinking about squaring the hips, hands up high, strong through the core. I'm going to lower and squeeze, lift that back leg. Thinking about moving with control, stabilizing that right knee over right ankle for 3. So really strong, control, 2. Perfect. 1 more. And from there, moving the weight into the right foot, extending the toes up high, thinking about extending out, lengthening out, engaging the muscles of that right leg, moving the right hip back. Going to lower and lift that back leg, thinking about squeezing in the core, moving with control for 5. So really slow, really controlled. 4. Deep breaths in and out. 3. Well done. 2. And 1. Floating back up to standing. Left foot forwards, right foot back, thinking about squaring the hips down. And from there, we're going to lower and lift that back leg, focusing on control, focusing on power as you come back up. Working here for 5. Well done. Really squeeze, lift and lower. 4. Shoulders are soft. 3. Find that stability in the front knee. 2. Power in and up. 1 more if you can. And from there, moving the weight into that left foot, thinking about squeezing in the core, thinking about moving the left hip backwards, engaging, lengthening out, and we're lowering and lifting that back leg, squeezing that right glute, thinking about lengthening out through the spine for 5. Well done, really powerful, really strong. 4. Great job. 3, 2, and 1. Both feet meet. Inhale, root to rise and extend and lift. Exhale, swan dive, fold. Inhale, long flat back. Planting the hands, hop, step, jump, finding your way to plank. From there, we're going to move into our Superman, so extending arms and legs, squeezing in the core, moving with control, so extending one arm, extending the other. Thinking about squeezing in the glutes for 5, keeping the hips in line with the shoulders. 4, great job. 3, really strong. 2, and 1. Coming down onto the forearms, thinking about that strong core. We're going to lower the hips from one side to the other, really lifting up and over, focusing on power, focusing on strength for 5. So squeezy movements. 4, well done. 3, so imagine you're lifting up and over, working to the abdominals, into the obliques, into the shoulders. 2, and 1. Find your way all the way back up to a plank pose. And from there, we're finding our way into a side plank. Remember, you can take a kneeling side plank, you can hold a side plank, or if you're feeling it, we're going to draw the knee into the chest and extend away. So finding this lovely work for the side body, challenging our balance, working here for 5. Well done. 4, squeezing in the core. Squeeze and extend. Working here for 5, moving with control. 4, really drive and extend. 3. Great job. 2. Stretching up tall, thinking about spreading the fingers out wide. Core is engaged, hips and lifting. And from there, right foot rises. Inhale, lift that right foot, rolling back into table or into plank. And we're taking these little glute pulses, so squeezy movements through the glutes. Remember, you could be in a plank or a table, working here for 5. So strong through the core, keeping the spine long. 4, Great job. 3, 2, and 1. Swapping over. Hands underneath the shoulders, strong through the core for 5, 4. It's really squeezy, really strong. 3, 2, and 1. Plant that lovely extension through the spine. So really squeeze the knees back together. Working here for 5. So getting a nice lateral movement here. 4. Squeeze and strengthen. 3, 2. Almost there. And 1. Find your way to dog. Look to the hands. Hop to seated. And from there, left leg extends. Right foot is coming out in front of you. Inhale, lift and reach up. Exhale, move the body weight forward. Stretching forward, shoulders down the back. Inhaling. Exhaling. Well done. Working here for 3. So we're lengthening out, stretching out. 2. 1 more. Inhale. Exhale. From there, coming on up, extending the right foot out, left knee comes over, inhale, reaching up, exhale, finding that lovely deep stretch down the back of the right leg, extending through the spine, steady breaths in, and well done, shoulders relaxing, spine lengthening for 3, inhale, exhale, 2, nice job, 1 more, inhale, exhale. From there, we're coming all the way back up, finding our way to a boat pose. So remember, we're going to take that rocking boat, so strong through the core, and we're rocking forwards, backwards, and forwards again. Option to release the arms, option to take arms and legs out long, whatever's working for you, squeezing in the core, working here for 5, so really use those abs to power up, lift up, balance the top. 4, 3, squeezing movements, 2, and 1, finding your way to a boat pose here, finding the sit bones strong through the core, taking the peace sign fingers around the big toes, finding that lovely balance, and we're going to extend. I'm going to take a twist boat here, so taking both hands around both big toes, extending the left hand out behind you. Remember, you can hold on around the backs of the legs if you need to. Thinking about squeezing in the core, lifting and stretching and opening up through the heart for 3. Really lift and stretch. 2. And 1, taking the left hand to both big toes, inhaling to lift, and exhaling, twisting, stretching out, opening through the heart, lift, lift, lift for 3, really extend and open. 2, and 1, crossing the legs, and finding your way back to plank. From there, using the toes, move the body weight forwards, bending through the elbows into low plank. Inhale, up dog, pointing the toes, exhale your way, downward facing dog, hips up high, stretching back deep, inhale, exhale, 1 more breath here, deep breath in, and from there, bending the knees, looking to the hands, hop, step, jump all the way forwards, inhale, extend, exhale to fold, grounding down with the feet, root to rise, lift, reach up tall, and hands to heart center, taking the feet apart, and when you're ready, hands to the sky, sinking down low, option to hold, option to stay there, option to take little jumps. We're thinking about squeezing and core lifting, and lowering for 5, 4, squeeze, and little bounce, maybe 3, or just hold. 2, 1, and let's go straight into our lunges. Right foot forwards, left foot back, find that lovely lunge, right knee over right ankle, going to lower, and squeeze to lift. Knee over ankle, staying stable for 5, well done, really squeeze, lift. 4, keeping the chest up. 3, 2, and 1, moving the body weight forwards, moving the weight into that right foot, steering the hips down to the mat. I'm going to lower and lift that left glute. Left leg, using the glutes for 5. So really focus on power here. 4. We're working on balance as well, stabilizing, using that right quad. 3, 2, and 1. We're going to take the left knee behind the right. We're going to lower and lift there. So we're taking a little curtsy lunge. If you prefer, just take that right leg out, left leg out to the right and take a little twist, feel free. If you can, we're going to take essentially the left knee up and down the back of the right shin, keeping the core engaged for 5. Well done. 4, 3, using that control. 2, and 1, left foot forwards, right foot back, and we're finding our lunge. From there, left knee over left ankle, and we're going to lower and lift, squeezing in the core, keeping that glute engaged. We're really powering our way up for 5. Well done. 4, really controlled. 3, 2, and 1, moving the body weight forwards, left foot forwards, moving that left hip back, strong through the core. We're going to lower and lift that back right leg for 5 with control, squeezing in the core. 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, we're going into those curtsy lunges. We're going to take the right knee behind left, and we're going to lower and lift, lower and lift. Option, take that right foot out. Option, take a twist. Thinking about finding any of those variations. Thinking about strengthening that standing leg for 5 with control. Lifting up 4, 3, 2. One more. And release, grounding down with both feet. Inhale, rise up, lift up, extend. Exhale to fold. Inhale, long flat back. Planting the hands, hop, step or jump, finding your way to a plank. From there, hands underneath the shoulders, we're going to extend, find a Superman, extend, 1, coming down onto the forearms. We're going to lower the hips from one side to the other, squeezing in the core, and 1. From there, we're just going to drop the right foot behind us, press the hips high, and whip up into a wild thing, squeezing in the core, lengthening through the whole front side of the body, squeezing in the glutes, lift, lift, lift for 3, deep breaths in and out, 2, and 1. Right hand under right shoulder, taking that straight onto the other side, and we're going to drive and extend, thinking about keeping that lift of the hips for 5, well done, 4, really controlled, 3, 2, and 1. Left foot behind you, and power and lift and stretch the hips high, opening up into a wild thing, thinking about lengthening and reaching up through the whole front side of the body. Lift, lift, lift for 3, inhale, exhale, 2, and 1. From there, finding your way back to plank, using the toes, moving the body weight forwards, bending through the elbows into low plank. Inhaling up dog, exhaling your way to down dog, spreading the fingers out wide, hips up high, strong core. Right foot rises, squeezing that right glute. Inhale, exhale, drive knee to nose. Inhale, lift, extend, and drive on in, knee to nose. One more time, inhale to lift, exhale to drive. Right foot meets left, left foot rises. Inhale, lift, 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 and drive, squeeze knee to nose. Inhale, lift and extend and stretch, and drive knee to nose. One more time, inhale, exhale. From there, both feet plant, ripple forwards. We're finding our way to plank or to table. Right foot lifts, keeping the hips in line with the shoulders, and we're just going to pulse, working into that glute. Strong through the core for 5, really squeeze it, controlled movements. 4, power, power, power through that glute. 3, 2, 1, swapping over, right foot down, left foot lift, working into that glute, strong through the glute for 5, really strong, really controlled. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Plant both feet, plant the hands, feet are together, and we're going to bend the knees and squeeze to lift. Thinking about squeezing in the core, keeping that length in the spine, working here for 5, with control. 4, well done. 3, 2, and 1. From there, we're dropping down onto the forearms. Feet are grounded, hips are high. Right foot rises, right heel in towards the bum, and we're finding a scorpion leg. Left heel to the earth, right hip is stacking above left. Powering both hands into the mat. You can just hold your forearm dog if you need to. Working here for 3, deep breaths in and out. 2, and 1. Right foot meets left, left foot rises, opening up, taking that left heel in towards the bum, pressing both elbows hard into the mat, sending the hips up high, reaching up, lengthening up for 3, inhaling, exhaling. 2, and 1. Left foot meets right, finding your way all the way back up to a dog, and hopping to seated. Left foot out in front of you, right foot knee is coming over. Inhale, lifting up, stretching up, angling the body forwards, and lengthening forwards for 3, inhale, exhale. 2, 1 more deep breath in, and walking the hands back up there. Right foot extends, left knee comes over. Inhale, reaching up, exhale, stretching forward. So we're finding that lovely length in the hamstrings, lengthening out, working here for 3, inhale, exhale, shoulders down the back, softening down, lengthening out. 2, 1 more, inhale, exhale. From there, we're coming on up, and we're finding our boat pose. We're going to rock and roll that boat, so squeezing in the core to balance at the top. Remember, you can release the arms, you can release the legs, you can take it into a hollow body rocker, any little variation, squeezing, controlled. 5, well done. 4, 3, really strong, really controlled. 2, And 1, finding your way to seated, and we're taking a bound boat. Thinking about squeezing in the core, extending out, lengthening out, finding that boat, maybe taking a twist. Remember, you can take both peace-sign fingers around the big toes, left hand behind you, lifting up, stretching up for 3, lift, 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 open out, 2, and 1. Taking the hands to the opposite foot, inhale to lift, exhale, stretch out, reach out for 3, deep breath in and out, 2, and 1. Come back through center, soles of the feet together, rolling down to lie on your back. We're going to squeeze to lift on up, power up into the glutes, and slowly roll back down. We're thinking about finding that lovely opening through the hips, squeezing to lift, and lower for 5, really strong, really controlled, 4, 3, really strong, really squeezy, 2, and 1. We're going to rock straight up and over and find our way to plank. From there, using the toes, move the body weight forwards, lower through low plank. Inhaling into up dog, stretching up. Exhaling your way to a downward facing dog, hips up high, long spine. Inhale. Exhale. From there, looking to the hands, hop, step, jump forwards. Inhale, find the long flat back, stretching out, reaching out. Exhale, folding, relaxing down. Grounding now with the feet, root to rise, extend and lift all the way up. And bring hands to heart center, jumping the feet apart, taking the hands to the sky, strong through the core. We're going to lower down and find this wide chair, maybe pulsing or maybe feeling it, taking a little hop, a little jump, just catching some air time, getting some heat on the go for 5, landing with soft knees, 4, 3, great job, 2, 1, perfect. Right foot forwards, left foot back, squaring the hips, hips up, heart there, chest is lifted. Going to lower and lift that back leg for 5. So squeezing, moving with control, 4, keeping that chest lifted, shoulders back, 3. Really feel that power through the glutes, 2. And 1, moving the weight into the right foot, moving that right hip back, squeezing the core, engaging that right glute, long quad, and we're going to lower and lift that back leg. Really focus on power, on strength, keeping the core engaged, the body stable for 5. Well done. 4. Really starting to feel that burn in the legs now. 3, doing really well. 2. And 1. So the left knee now comes behind right. We're going to lower and lift. Remember, you can just take a curtsy twist if you like, left foot out to the right of the mat and taking a twist. Or if you can, we're taking these little squat lifts, a really powerful one, challenging our strength, building strength in the quads and the glutes of that standing leg for 3, almost there, 2, 1, and we're going to take the left foot over, wrapping the left toes around, or just letting them hang out or ground on the floor. Left arm comes under right, so we're wrapping arms, wrapping legs, trying not to fall over, steering the hips towards the front side of the mat, elbows move away from the face, hands to the sky, stretching up, sinking down low. We're in an eagle pose, a really strong one for the legs. We're mobilizing through the joints, stretching through the shoulders for 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. Unravel, left foot forwards, right foot back, thinking about that left knee over left ankle. And when you're ready, strong through the core, lifting up with the chest. We're going to lower and lift that back leg, squeezing in the core, hands coming on the hips, at heart of the sky, whatever works for you. We're just focusing on that power through the legs. 5. Well done. 4. Make sure that knee is stabilizing. 3, 2, and 1. Moving the weight into that left foot, thinking about drawing that left hip back, squeezing in the core, lengthening out. Going to lower and lift that back foot, squeezing in the glutes for 5. Well done. Moving with control. 4. Really strong, really controlled. 3, 2, and 1. From there, we're going to move into those little lowers and lifts. So remember, you can take the right foot out, right elbow to left knee, take a curtsy twist, or we can take that little curtsy up and down squat, lifting that right knee up and down the back for 5. Strong and controlled. 4. Well done. 3, 2, and 1. Eagle next. So we're going to bend that left knee, take the right knee foot over left, take the right arm under left, wrapping the arms, wrapping the legs, squeezing the core, sinking down low, lifting up with the chest for 5. So inhale, exhale, try and keep that chest lifted, try to use the core to stabilize. 4. Well done, almost there. Ooh, it's going. 3, 2, and 1. Release. Well done. Fall over. Inhale, rise up tall, lift. Exhale to fold. Inhale, long flat back, planting the hands, hop, step, jump, find your way to plank or to table, or into that Superman. So lifting up opposite arm, opposite leg, moving with control, keeping the spine long for 5, squeezing movements with control. 4, well done. 3, 2, and 1. Come on down to the forearms. Elbows underneath the shoulders, squeezing the core, we're lifting up and over, really finding that power, that lift for 5 with control, squeezing 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hand under shoulder, left hand under shoulder, rolling into a side plank, right hand to the sky, we're going to drive right knee into the chest, extend away for 5 with control, 4, 3, 2, 1, and right foot behind us, press up, reach up, find your wild thing, really lifting and extending and opening out through the heart, lovely baby back bend, press up, lift up for 3, 2, and 1, right hand plants, right foot floats under the body, left hand rises, reach and extend and stretch up, really finding that power through the side body, lifting up for 3, so we're opening and stretching out through the heart, squeezing in the core, 2, and 1, finding your way back to plank, straight into side plank, right hand under right shoulder, left hand to the sky, we're going to drive left knee into the chest and extend away, so we're thinking about driving in, extending for 5, moving with control, 4, keeping the hips lifted, 3, 2, 1, and left foot behind you, press the hips up high, reaching up, stretching up, opening out through the heart, extend and lengthen for 3, so squeezing in the glutes, opening out through the heart, really reach and stretch, 2, and 1, left hand under the left shoulder, left foot comes under, right hand to the sky, stretching up, reaching up, really powering into the side body, lengthen up for 3, inhale, exhale, 2, 1 more breath, inhale, and exhale, planting the hands underneath the shoulders, using the toes, move the body weight forwards, bending through the elbows, low plank. Inhale, up dog, exhale your way to a downward facing dog, so the hips are up high, the core is engaged, we're straight into knee drives, right foot rises, lift, extend, and drive knee to nose. Inhale, reaching up, stretching up, and drive, squeeze those abs. 1 more time, inhale to lift, and drive, swapping over, right foot grounds, left foot lifts, inhale, and exhale, drive knee to nose. Inhale, reach, extend, and drive, squeeze. 1 more time, inhale, exhale, left foot meets right, rocking forwards, finding your way to table or plank, and we're working in glute pulses, so we're going to squeeze, 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 powering into the glutes, keeping the rest of the body stable, hanging in there, final round, working here for 5, with control, really pressing the floor away from you, 4, great job, 3, 2, 1, swapping over, right foot down, left foot lifts, focusing on that power, that squeeze of the glutes, long spine for 5, with control, long, strong core, 4, 3, 2, 1, soles of the feet together, sending the hips high, and from there we're going to bend the knees, squeeze, and drive in, thinking about working into the outer glutes for 5, with control, 4, well done, 3, 2, 1, and from there finding a forearm dog, hips up high, right foot lifts, right heel in towards the bum, left heel towards the earth. We're stretching and opening out through the hips, finding a scorpion, and we're going to take this into a surfer lunge. So just want to work here for 3, 2, 1, and right foot is going to move forwards. From there we're going to spin around, so the left toes extend out, the left leg comes straight, the right knee is moving forwards, hands can rise up to the sky, reaching up, stretching up, finding length down the inside of that left leg. The spine is long, we're stretching out, deep breaths in, and out for 3, inhale, exhale, 2, and 1, plant both hands, twisting on the toes, finding your way back into a forearm dog, and when you're ready, right toes ground, left heel comes towards the bum, right heel toward the earth, sending the hips up high, really stretch and extend, opening out through the hips, deep breaths in, and out for 3, so really lengthen and stretch up, 2, opening through the hips, finding that space, and 1, left foot moves forwards, spinning around, left knee moves forwards, right toes to the sky, reaching up, stretching up for 5, so we're finding that balance, that lift, 4, inhaling, exhaling, have a play with that balance, try to keep that chest lifted, 3, almost there, try and relax the shoulders, 2, and 1, finding your way back to a downward facing dog, hips up high, stretching up, taking a moment, taking a breath, inhale, exhale, from there hopping to seated, Left foot comes out, right foot comes over. Remember, this is our final round. Find that position. Inhale, reach up, move the body weight forwards and start to stretch out long. Inhaling. Exhaling for 3, so really lengthening out, moving long. 2. Softening through the shoulders. 1 more, inhale. Exhale. From there, walking the hands up, we're swapping over. Right foot comes out, left knee comes over. Inhale, reaching up, extend, and start to stretch forward. Shoulders relaxing, inhaling. Exhaling for 3, long through the spine, finding that sense of space, that stretch. 2. 1 more, inhale. Exhale. From there, walking the hands up, finding the sit bones, thinking about finding the core, finding a boat pose. We're going to rock and roll, squeezing in the core, maybe taking the hands over the head, maybe taking the legs out long for 5, well done, 4, squeeze these movements, 3, 2, 1, and find your way to seated. Taking the peace sign fingers around the big toes, starting to extend out with the legs, maybe taking a twist. Remember, the hands can come up behind the knees if you prefer. Thinking about squeezing the core, lifting up through the chest, opening out through the heart for 3. Really lift and extend. 2. And 1. Taking the peace sign fingers around the big toes on the other side. Lift, 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 and squeeze. Working into that twist. We're almost there. Less than 3 minutes to go. 3, 2, 1, and return through center. Soles of the feet are together. We're rolling all the way down to lie on our back. Shoulders relaxed, and then we're going to squeeze the glutes to lift on up and slow, controlled lower. Working here for 5. Really strong, really controlled. 4. Lifting and lowering. 3. Well done. Almost there. Final little push. 2. So working to glutes. 1. And from there, lower back on the floor, legs in the air, and nice and easy, we're taking leg lowers. So we're going to slowly lower both legs just as far as the lower back stays on the floor, and then squeeze to lift back up. Shoulders relaxed, working here for 5, with control, really squeezing in the abs. 4, well done. 3, moving with control. 2, 1 more if you can. And 1, hug the knees in, little stretch, little wiggle, and from there, left leg extends, hugging in with the right knee, and we'll end with a little twist. So taking the left hand to the right knee, drawing the right knee across the chest, opening the right arm out, stretching out there, deep breaths in, and out, letting that right shoulder relax down, finding that lovely twist through the spine, inhaling, exhaling for 3, long breaths in, and out. 2, and 1, come back through center, right leg extends, hugging in with the left knee, drawing the right hand to the left knee, extending out with the left arm, stretching out, deep breaths in, and down, well done for 3, inhaling, exhaling. 2, 1 more, inhale, exhale. From there, coming back through center, give yourself a little squeeze, a little stretch, and let's take a happy baby. So peace sign fingers around the big toes, knees in towards the armpits, pressing the whole of the lower back down towards the floor, inhaling, exhaling. So we're stretching out there for 3, so deep breaths in and out, letting the shoulders relaxed. 2, 1 more, inhale, exhale. And then finally, just taking the soles of the feet together, letting the knees fall out wide, the hands come up over the head, the shoulders relax, deep breaths in. And for 3, inhale. Exhale, just taking a moment to rest and reset. Awesome work today, just taking this very well and little rest to reset. 2, 1 more, inhale. Exhale. From there, give yourself a little squeeze, rock and roll your way all the way back up to seated. Find a lovely, comfortable seated position. And from there, when you're ready, inhale, reach up tall, stretch up. And exhale, hands to heart center. Taking a final, really deep, full breath in. And have a lovely rest of your day. Thanks for joining. Namaste. Well done, team.